Anthropic have a big ad about the absence of advertising in their product, and Sam Altman has lashed out. Keith, I know you are a keen observer of all things ChatGPT and Anthropic. What should we make of this latest spat between Altman and Anthropic? Dario Amodei.
Well, the joke on the streets here is, of course, Anthropic doesn't have ads because it doesn't have consumers. And so ads would play no role for it, whereas OpenAI has hundreds of millions of consumers, many of whom use the service for free. So ads make sense. But the more serious point underneath that pushback is to do with the content of Amodei's ads are basically fundamentally dishonest and deceitful. He's making the point that OpenAI plans to have the AI tell you different things based on what it's trying to sell you, which is just not true. But it's
when was the last time, Keith, you ever saw an honest ad? By definition, those are ads by definition are dishonest. So I don't know why we should object to that. Altman had an interesting X post. He acknowledges that the Anthropic ad is funny and it made him laugh, but he says, and it's interesting that the way he frames it, he suggests that most people can't afford Anthropic. It's too expensive. Only wealthy people use Anthropic, and therefore the OpenAI advertising model is actually suited for less well-off people. It's an old argument. It was made back in the Web 2.0 age as well.
Yeah, look, I've advocated for not ads. I don't like the word ads because it conjures up exactly what Amodei is implying, but paid links. A paid link, if relevant to the context, can be a helpful thing. And I see that more and more actually in places like Instagram, where the ads are relevant to something I'm kind of interested in, and I don't object to them as much. So I think there's a smart way for Altman to be right. And I think for sure Amodei it's a good marketing move by him, don't get me wrong, but it's, and you're right, ads do lie. But it isn't like the Apple 1984 ad, which was truly symbolizing a shift and a change in Apple's position in the world. This is just childish. I mean, it's like playground stuff. So it doesn't really, you don't draw the conclusion that Anthropic is breaking through to a new.
Although coming back, I hadn't thought of the Apple 84 ad, but the Apple 84 ad was very much directed against IBM and their model, so it was equally childish in the sense that they were bashing their rival.
Yeah, it was childish, but luckily for Apple, it reinforced a true theme in the real world. Whereas no one in the real world thinks that Anthropic is looking out for the interests of consumers because it isn't a consumer company.
I use it. I'm a consumer. I'm not sure that's entirely true. Altman's been ridiculed, according to the BBC at least, for what they call his online tantrum. Do you think it reached a nerve? Altman's usually a fairly smart, self-controlled guy. Why did he respond so angrily?
Well, it goes to the roots of his personality. I mean, Altman is, a somewhat deceitful and devious person himself, probably more so than Amodei. And when you get under his skin, a bit like Trump, he reacts, and that's what happened there.